The port of Manila buzzes with life, cranes swing overhead, forklifts dart between containers, and dock workers shout over the din. The air is thick with the sounds of industry, metal clanging, engines rumbling, and the constant hum of activity. Every corner of the port is alive with purpose, as workers coordinate with precision to keep the flow of goods moving smoothly. The morning sun glints off endless stacks of shipping containers, many bound for China. The golden light paints the port in vibrant hues, highlighting the sheer scale of operations. Each container holds the promise of opportunity, carrying the hopes of exporters and the hard work of countless Filipinos. Inside these steel boxes, Filipino steel, golden mangoes and pungent durian, treasures destined for Chinese markets. These goods represent the diversity of the Philippines' exports, from raw materials to world-renowned fruits, all carefully packed and documented for their long journey across the sea. Each container is a link in a vast economic chain stretching across the South China Sea. The port is not just a gateway, but a vital artery connecting the Philippines to the global marketplace, especially to its powerful neighbor, China. Stevedories, faces slick with sweat, keep the flow moving. More ships, more work, more security for their families. Their labor is the backbone of this thriving port, and every container loaded is a testament to their resilience and dedication. For these workers, the destination matters less than the volume. A busy port means steady income. The rhythm of arrivals and departures sets the pace of their lives, and every ship that sails brings hope for another day of work. The constant movement of goods is the port's lifeblood, now flowing stronger than ever. Day and night, the port never truly sleeps, as shipments arrive and depart in a seamless cycle that fuels the nation's economy. Ships to Shanghai and Guangzhou are a daily sight, proof of a trade relationship reshaping the Philippine economy. These routes have become vital corridors, carrying not just goods, but the story of a nation's growing ties with its largest trading partner. This bustling port is the starting point of a remarkable 75% export surge. The numbers are staggering, but behind every statistic are real people, real families, and real dreams being realized. Here, the story of a new era in Philippine trade begins, one built on hard work, ambition, and the ever-present promise of a brighter future. Between 2023 and 2025, Philippine exports to China soared by 75%, a seismic shift in the nation's economic direction. This remarkable growth didn't happen overnight. It was the result of years of negotiation, investment, and a shared vision for prosperity between the two countries. The surge has not only changed trade statistics, but also the daily lives of countless Filipinos, from factory workers to farmers. China is now the Philippines' top trading partner, accounting for over 20% of total global trade. This partnership has opened new doors for Filipino businesses, giving them access to one of the world's largest consumer markets and encouraging innovation and competitiveness across industries. This surge brings vital foreign currency, stabilizes the peso, and funds public services. The influx of revenue has allowed the government to invest more in healthcare, education, and infrastructure, directly benefiting millions of citizens and strengthening the nation's economic foundation. The Philippines' natural resources and agricultural strength perfectly match China's demand. From minerals to fresh produce, Filipino exporters are now able to reach new heights, while Chinese importers secure reliable, high-quality supplies. Filipino industries have pivoted to meet Chinese needs, from steel mills to fruit plantations. This adaptability has created new jobs, improved technology, and fostered a spirit of collaboration that benefits both nations. The 75% surge marks a new golden age of trade between the two nations. It's a testament to what can be achieved when countries work together toward mutual growth and opportunity. This export boom is a powerful engine for growth, lifting families out of poverty, transforming communities, and inspiring hope for a brighter, more prosperous future for all Filipinos. Two sectors drive the export boom: steel and agriculture. The Philippines exports raw and semi-processed steel to China, while importing finished products, a two-way street fueling both economies. In 2025, the Philippines became China's third-largest steel export market, driven by demand for coated and plated steel. On the agricultural front, Filipino fruits, durian, mangoes, bananas, are now prized in China, fetching premium prices. Farmers and steel processors have adapted to Chinese specifications, turning basic goods into valuable exports. This focused strategy has paid off, creating jobs and new opportunities. Steel and fruit form the twin pillars of a mutually beneficial partnership. The export surge is more than just numbers on a balance sheet. It means real, tangible change for millions of Filipinos. Every day, more factory jobs are created, more lorry drivers are needed to move goods, and more opportunities open up for industrial workers across the country. At the nation's ports, dock workers are busier than ever, and both urban and rural communities are feeling the impact of this economic transformation. For Filipino farmers, access to China's vast market means not only higher and more stable incomes, but also a sense of security for their families and their future. With better earnings, they can invest in new equipment, improve their land, and plan for the next generation, building a foundation for long-term growth. Reliable buyers encourage farmers to stay on their land, supporting rural communities, reducing poverty, and helping families build better lives where they are. The success of durian exports, for example, has inspired farmers to diversify their crops and adopt more resilient agricultural practices, making communities stronger. This trade boom is about people, workers who can now better support their families, parents who return home with pride, and communities that are growing together. Farmers are sending their children to college, small towns are thriving with new businesses, and hope is spreading across the countryside. The real measure of success is seen in improved livelihoods, stronger families, and vibrant communities all across the country. Trade with China is delivering life-changing opportunities for many Filipinos, opening doors to a brighter, more secure future for all. Booming trade exists alongside political tension. China's aid and infrastructure projects, like the Binondo Intramuros Bridge, symbolize cooperation, but disputes in the South China Sea fuel friction. The Philippine Senate has condemned Chinese actions, while Manila strengthens defense ties with Japan and the US. New Chinese export rules on steel have caused port congestion and uncertainty for Filipino exporters. These policy shifts and political strains complicate the trade relationship. The Philippines must balance economic gains with national interests and security. Navigating this complex landscape requires constant diplomacy and adaptability. The big question: can this trade boom endure? Economic logic is strong. China needs resources, the Philippines supplies them, but political tensions, especially in the West Philippine Sea, threaten stability. New regulations or diplomatic rifts could disrupt the flow of goods. The Philippines must defend its sovereignty while protecting its economic lifeline. Diversifying export markets and managing risks will be crucial. The future depends on balancing opportunity with caution. The Port of Manila's rhythm will be shaped by both trade winds and diplomatic tides.